If you had to crown one as most annoying person to sit next to on a plane, who would it be? 601-995-1017. And I'm not just randomly asking. I ask because there was recently a survey done to find out what most people are annoyed with in their fellow passengers on planes.
There's so many choices.
Number one, 32% say the worst person to sit next to is someone who has bad gas. Have you ever been gassed out on an airplane?
I don't think it was a bad gas. I think it was a BO situation, and that was rough. It was like a 4-hour flight of just onions.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's awful.
Yeah, it was rank.
How about the person who brings stinky food on the plane? That was not on the list, but that's something that has irritated me before.
That is irritating, but at least usually the stinky food tends to dissipate the second they are finished with it.
I was on a flight one time. Somebody brought buffalo wings, which is a smell I love.
But not on an airplane.
Not on an airplane.
No.
25% said somebody who's constantly coughing and sneezing. Somebody texted us and said, what if somebody was getting sick, like, bah, on the plane sitting right next to you? I would cause a scene if that happened to me.
That was me on a flight, and I did traumatize a child.
Oh, you
I was
Ralphed?
also a child, but luckily it was the very end of a flight, but it was an international flight. We were coming back from Spain, so like very long flight. We're making the descent, and I yacked.
Yuck.
And the kid next to me went white as a sheet.
I bet.
Like, oh my gosh.
19% said a crying baby would be the worst to sit next to. 14% said a drunk passenger. I don't know what the problem with that is. I am the drunk passenger, by the way.
Well, not everyone is the same type of drunk. I've definitely seen the type of drunk where like they're trying to get up all the time and it's like you can hardly stand. What are you doing, dude?
Finally, 7% of people said the person who constantly invades your space would be the worst to fly next to. I can't believe that one's not higher up on the list.
That one is an annoying one. And what about the person that talks to you the entire flight?
601-995-1017. Who would you like to sit next to least on an airplane? I am really surprised that according to this survey, it's worse to sit next to a drunk person than somebody who's invading your space. I would think invading space would be way higher on the list, but it's not.
Unless them being drunk is also causing them to invade your space more, and then that's like a double whammy.
No, I'm good at keeping to myself, even whenever I am plastered on a plane. This text says, should have thought of this earlier. My mother-in-law, hands down, don't want to sit next to her on a plane.
Oh, my gosh.
That's funny.
I have a feeling Jamie is one of those people who can't stand the sound of chewing foods anyways, and so she's like, I couldn't stand it on a flight. People that smack their food and then I'm stuck next to them and can't walk away makes it so much worse.
I think it's kind of obnoxious to eat any food other than the little snacks that they give you on a plane.
Unless it's a really long flight. But yeah, if you have like a 4-hour or less flight and you feel the need to bring your burger or wings or burrito or whatever on there, it's like, calm down.
That's crazy. 601-995-1017 is our phone number. How about you? What do you think the most obnoxious person to sit next to on a plane would be?
Well, I was waiting for her to bring it up, and she did. Allison brought it up about the passenger that wants to talk to you the whole time. Oh, my goodness. Every single time I have gotten on an airplane, I have rode next to somebody who constantly asks me about my job, and then they have a whole life story to tell.
Oh, my gosh. And you just want to be in peace by yourself
just
on
relax.
the plane.
Okay, so wait, now I got to know, what is your job that so many people, it like makes them talk the whole flight?
Well, I was training for operating partner at a restaurant.
No offense. I don't mean to say that you have a boring job, but it's not like
the CIA or something.
Exactly.
Yeah, like I was expecting, like you were going to say, oh, I'm like a super important person with the FBI or whatever. But yeah, I can't believe you keep getting stuck with these chatty Cathys. That's horrible.
Absolutely.
Thank you so much for the call.
Adam and Allison in the morning.